I'm Chantel Hayden. I'm with the Nocturnal. Natasha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm very good. Thank you for asking. So, How to Die Alone. This is obviously a very, or it seems to be a deeply personal endeavor for you. And your role as Melissa, I believe, is the most open and probably the most vulnerable we've seen you in your career so far. Can you share what aspects of the show made this such an intimate piece of art for you?
Yeah, I've said that this is a love letter to the unhealed version of myself, and
Mhm.
it's an opportunity to really explore some things that I've worked out in therapy for the last 20 years, and
Yeah.
that is surrounding issues of worthiness, being alone, your
Mhm.
chosen family, growing together, growing apart, taking big
Mhm.
swings. And so for me, I was so excited to put all of that on the page and to explore that in the series.
Yeah. Your breakout role on Insecure, I think, was where a lot of us discovered you from. It obviously showcased your, comedic timing and your range. How did your experience working with Issa and, being a part of that whole creative process influence your approach to creating and starring in this new show?
Yeah, well, I had a front row seat to her journey down this very same path. And so
Hmm.
it was incredible to be able to embark on this with all of that knowledge. I feel like I was able to use my cheat sheet from watching things on the show and watching the
Hmm.
process and figuring out what my version would look like. And so I feel
Hmm.
incredibly grateful. And even today, they're so supportive of this process and project and are there for me to ask questions. I'm they're my family. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I want to go back to what you said earlier, where you said you kind of wanted to explore the distinction between being lonely, or being alone, I'm sorry, and loneliness.
Yeah.
Um, what do you hope viewers take away from that distinction when they watch this?
Yeah, I think so often in the world, we are fed the idea that we need romantic partnership to really start living.
Mhm.
And I think there's a lot that we can control in life, and that certainly is not one of them.
Yeah.
And it would be a shame for the single people out there to not be living their life to the fullest because they're waiting on something that may or may not happen. And
Yeah.
romantic love is absolutely beautiful, but we can't value that over platonic love, familial love. And I think the moment I made that distinction, I realized that I had not been seeing this incredible amount of love that existed in my life because I was looking and trying to see where the one was going to come. Well, where is he? And
Yeah.
to me, energy is not conducive to your living your full life. And so I wanted to write a show about a princess that doesn't look for the prince, but she saves herself.
Yeah, I like that analogy. Yeah, definitely. You mentioned that you also like specifically sought out Vera to collaborate with on this project. What about her creative approach, or her vision made her the ideal partner for this project?
When I was looking for a showrunner, I went to my favorite shows and
Hmm.
wanted to see who was in the room. And she was in the room of so many,
Yeah.
Orange is the New Black, BoJack Horseman. Her resume
Hmm.
is insane. And so my real fear was, oh, if I meet her and if she's available, will she be a good person? And
Hmm.
she was just as lovely as I wanted her to be a part of this process because it takes a really special kind of showrunner to join a project that's been in process for 7 years.
Yeah.
And I was just really grateful for her willingness to jump on board even though the train had left the station.
Hmm. Yeah, we actually spoke about that earlier. We were kind of talking about how the way she was telling the story and the way you're telling the story, it kind of sounds like it was fate for you guys to cross paths again and come back to this.
Yeah,
And we were saying how, important timing is. And I think that's also something that Mel will learn in the show. Viewers will see.
yeah, time is
Timing is
everything.
very, yeah, very important. There is a scene where Mel feels very overwhelmed. When that happens, she goes to her happy place. So I want to know, what is Natasha's happy place?
Um, my happy place right now, it changes. It depends
Hmm.
on the season of life. Right now it's being at home with my dog. I've been traveling a lot for work, and it makes home feel a little bit more special when you don't get to be there as much as you were before. So that's
Yeah.
my
Oh, okay. I like that answer. Thank you.
so
All right.
much.
Well, I want to say thank you again for taking the time out to speak with me. I really love talking to you and I really love the show. And I'm excited for everyone to see it.